Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, welcome friends of Kardec Radio. My name is Teresa Castro, and welcome to our Prayer for Peace program. So happy to be here with all of you, and welcome. So as usual, we have a moment of an elevated reading, a message to help us prepare ourselves for prayer. So the prayer, or the message rather, today is again coming from the book Happy Life, from the spirit JoAnna de Ângelis, through Divaldo Franco. And again, our message is about peace. A message we can't hear too often, right? Especially today. So JoAnna begins, in the end, violent people either annihilate one another or self-destruct. Peace can solve any antagonistic situation when the contenders are guided by love. To get rid of an effect, we must eliminate its cause. When violence is the cause, only its antidote, prudence, can counter it. A peaceful person appeases another, then both alter the behavior of the group, which in turn can change the community, and so on. Do your part to transcend violence. Wow, JoAnna really gets to the point, and it's a wonderful message. We kind of wonder, could we just send this message to some world leaders and maybe solve the whole problem? Could it be that simple? And in some ways, yes. But it's interesting. We learn in the Andre Louis series about how Andre and his co-students would go with the instructors into lower zones to learn about cause and effect and what happens to a life that's filled with pleasures and vices. And at one point, Andre and his fellow student, I don't remember the name at the time, they're like, well, why don't we just take out the head guy? Because usually there's, someone who's in charge of these phalanges, right, of spirits. And they learned that because you take out that head guy, there are many spirits willing to fill that position. And that the best way is to transform and help the community, so to speak, that is the followers of this or under the rule of this main spirit. So I think from this we can learn that this peace we want in our world really needs to begin within ourselves. And this is exactly the message JoAnna is giving us today. Because she starts out by saying violent people. And so, what is violence? And if we just look up a simple Google definition, it's behavior involving force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something. So she says the dictionary, the Google search says behavior involving force. So we see, so violence is a behavior, but it's involving force. So we understand long before our behavior is generated in the thought. So which can act as a force, right? Our thoughts are forces. And so, there's a tool for us, right? So to watch our thoughts and what is this? Is this a violent thought? Is this thought intended to hurt someone or something? So we can begin right there. because she says either, you're going to self-destruct or you're going to annihilate each other, whoever you're in conflict with. So peace can solve any antagonistic situation when the contenders are guided by love. And so we better understand what love today is, right? True charity. So it's synonymous, true charity. And we remember the little acronym, FBI, forgiveness, benevolence, and indulgence. And we know how to do true charity. We understand what it means because Jesus gave us the golden rule. So we are going to forgive as we want others to forgive us. We are going to be indulgent toward others' imperfections as we want others to be indulgent toward our imperfections, right? We don't want people pointing out our imperfections. So why do we do that to others? And goodwill. We want other people to send good vibrations to us, to think of us in a good way, and to want the best for us, even though they may not like us. So let us do this for other people. Because the gospel tells us, right, that love, true charity, involves everybody, the criminals and our enemies. Yes, it's not the same warm fuzziness of the heart, but it is a respect, and it is an understanding that we all are brothers and sisters and interconnected. Okay, so she says, when we recognize that violence is the cause, we want to get rid of the effect we see of violence, right? All the broken homes, the lives taken, the daily life disrupted, just the hurt and pain that is inflicted on each other. She says the antidote. And so what's an antidote, right? An antidote is a medicine to counteract a particular poison. And so the medicine for violence is prudence. And so we can understand prudence, again, just by a general Google search, is to act with care and thought for the future. So what do we need to do in that case? We need to use our discernment and to think, so what is this thought? Is this a violent thought to begin with? And what kind of effect is going to come from this if I continue to think this thought? How is this not only going to affect me or someone else? And even if I think I'm going to make some gain by hurting someone else, what do we know about cause and effect, right? And we know what we send out, it's like a boomerang. It's coming back. Get ready. So again, she gives us another tool, is to change our thinking and begin to realize, where's this going? What good is going to come from this? Or what is going to come from this? You don't even have to say good, but what are the effects? And is that the effect you want? So she says a peaceful person. So, okay, who is a peaceful person? It's a peacemaker, right? But what does that mean? It's someone who wants freedom from disturbance. Okay, that's very basic. Just again, a Google search. So freedom from disturbance. It's a great, simple place to start. So, and it doesn't mean just my own personal freedom, but the freedom of others. To just, right, when we say, I want peace, this is what we want, contentment, right? We don't want to be disturbed or conflicted. So she says a peaceful person appeases another. Oh boy, we don't like this. Appease. In our minds, we think of we begin to think of that dualistic thinking. I lose, you win. I'm weak, you're strong. I'm defeated, you're the winner. And we are being asked to let go of this dualistic thinking. Yes, we needed it for a moment to learn between good and bad, right and wrong. But now to see the bigger picture, because we know many of the books tell us it is actually the person who's willing to do the forgiving that is the bigger person, okay? And that corrects a situation. That is the real winner, so to speak. And when we really look at the word appease, again, your simple Google definition is to make someone less angry or hostile, to relieve or satisfy a demand or feeling. Another word people will use is placate, and we often don't like that word either, because that means, oh boy, I'm giving in. No, it means that we're seeing the bigger picture, and we are actually bringing some relief. We're doing a true charity in that instance. You know, we've all had that experience to be in a room where there's some conflict or debate going on, and the energy, the room is getting heavier and heavier, and then someone comes in and is able to redirect it, and you're like, phew, thank God, because you could feel that that was not going to go anyplace good. This is what she's talking about. It's not to give in to people's vices or let them take advantage of us, but it's to give relief and to try to redirect, because when this happens, we are setting up a platform for that person, if they are making heavy demands, that they can cooperate or change or come to see. They see the effect of you recognizing, and we don't lose ourselves. No, it's just what it says here, to relieve the situation. And so she says that when both alter the behavior of the group, which in turn can change the community, and so on, the country, the state, the continent, transformation of the world. Do your part to transcend violence. So it's what we already know, is that we will live in a regenerated world as we transform ourselves. And so this world peace needs to begin right in our heart. So let us go forward into our week, bringing this message and keeping it very close to our heart, to see where this violence pops up in our own life. And let us practice these simple tools that she's given us to think about in transcending this, right? And what is it to transcend, to rise above, to go beyond the limit? Thank you, JoAnna de Ângelis and Divaldo Franco, for this very, very powerful message today about peace and coming to recognize more clearly what is violence, and also to recognize how to navigate and what is the best way. And so it begins within our own hearts. And with that, I feel well prepared to pray. So I invite you all to close your eyes and connect with our breathing. Let us drop into our heart center, into this place of non-judgment, non-duality, coming to see that we are in unity. We are interconnected with each other, recognizing a universal family. All brothers and sisters under the first cause of all things, our Heavenly Father, God. First and foremost, we thank you for the beautiful opportunity to participate in life on earth. For all the opportunities to progress and evolve. To get closer to you and all of those elevated servants that provide us so much guidance, support, protection. We thank you. And let us connect with this spirit of true charity in recognizing the much needed love, support, guidance, and inspiration we need for each other, in helping each other, navigating the vices, the pleasures, those distractions that prevent us getting closer to you. So we ask of prayers of love and consolation to be received by those who are struggling with whatever harsh trials, and no matter what position they hold in this world, the homeless as well as those with strong political power and influence. We pray that their hearts may be softened and they may remember that we are all never alone, and connect with that love that surrounds and envelops all of us. May we connect with our higher selves. And remain determined in our efforts in completing our mission and coming back home to you. We thank you. We love you. Blessed be. We humbly ask permission to close this prayer session, and so be it. And so it is. My brothers and sisters of the heart, thank you for joining me this evening, and I so look forward to seeing you again next week. Same station, Kardec Radio, where we're always nourishing our souls. God bless. Be safe, be healthy, and let's remember to help one another. Thank you.